Here we are, everyone, Royal Ascot. Best 5 days of racing you will find anywhere in the world.
First, number 5, Docklands.
Docklands has won the Queen Anne. For Mark Zara, what a moment.
Racing towards the line, American Affair wins the race for Scotland.
The undisputed champion of the clash is Field of Gold. William Buick stretches his neck out and wins the Prince of Wales's. Trollman will win the Gold Cup for William Buick, John and Daly Gosden and Godolphin.
Welcome to Royal Ascot, the jewel of the British summer. It's like being in a beautiful whirlwind. The fashion evolves with the seasons, where the champagne flows for a few elite hours. Cheers. And trophies, as grand as they are merely a fleeting honor before they are returned.
But not this one. Today is all about the Gold Cup, the most demanding test in horse racing. In a week of sprints and spectacles, it's the ultimate challenge of the fittest, the grit behind the glamour. 2.5 miles of unrelenting turf, it's the marathon of the royal meeting, a titan's test where raw speed bows to pure, unadulterated stamina.
While every victory here is historic, the Gold Cup stands alone. In a world of revolving honors, this is the piece that stays. A gold masterpiece crafted for the winner to keep, an eternal symbol of their triumph.
It takes a warrior's heart to conquer the distance and a legend's lungs to find the finish. The stage is set, the fashion is flawless, and the greatest stayers on the planet are ready. This isn't just a race day.
It's Gold Cup Day.
It's Dave Tara, far right. Dave Tara's going to win the Gold Cup. All class, one of the greatest stayers of all time. 4 Gold Cups for Yates. For the 6th time in a row, the Gold Cup will go to Ireland. Fame and glory beats opinion poll.
Racing the water line, it's a happy and glorious day. Royal Ascot has won the Gold Cup for the Queen.
The best stayer in the world, Scandinavia, 3 Gold Cups on the run for the line, and Curran won a me, under Frankie has won the Gold Cup.
Rivals, Kyprios just in front from Trollman. They race up towards the line, and Kyprios will regain the Gold Cup.
Trollman will win the Gold Cup for William Buick, John and Daly Gosden and Godolphin.
It has produced so many of the royal meeting's most memorable moments, and no doubt we are in line for more of the same today with the Ascot Gold Cup on the agenda. Welcome everyone, Royal Ascot, it's day 3, it's the feature race, and Michelle Yu is back. How are you?
I'm so great. I haven't had any champagne yet, but that's okay.
Well, we need to rectify that, surely, and no doubt we will do.
Had to.
I'm sure that's going to happen. Michelle, you and I are delighted to keep you company over the next hour and a half as we build up to the Ascot Gold Cup. We'll have the Ribblesdale for the fillies coming your way too, and we will bring you all of those sights and sounds of the racecourse. Can't wait to do that. We need to head out and meet our team though, and that is made up of Ali Vance and first of all, Ali Mosley.
It's wonderful to be back here at Royal Ascot on such a prestigious day. I'll be taking you around the racecourse and showing you all the glamour and pageantry of this incredible place.
And I'm going to be in the heart of the action, bringing you closer to the horses in our big race, where one of them will be in here in the pre-parade ring wearing ski goggles.
Yes, indeed. The ski goggles are very much a talking point. He is wearing them for specific reasons, although it's got a little bit more overcast now, so
Yes.
that will help his light sensitivity.
I agree. I think that's going to help him. He has an issue with his eye where he had an infection that makes his eyes very sensitive to the light. We've had a nice thing all week, though. Victorious was a winner this week. She can't see out of a left eye.
Left eye, yeah.
Left eye. So maybe it's a theme.
Victorious, yes, did win yesterday. We've had a brilliant couple of days so far. If you have missed anything first 2 days of Royal Ascot, here's what you missed.
10 Bob Tony for a huge upset, draws alongside of Paballo, then back in third, more Thunder, 10 Bob Tony.
Mission Central and Breivika, those two very tight. Looks as though on the near side that Mission Central has just given Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore the full set of Group 1 races at Royal Ascot.
Boeco drifting out. Gestard on the inside is fighting back. Boeco, Gestard rallying on the inner. Boeco and Gestard go to the line together. Boeco and Gestard. Boeco, he has won the St James's Palace. And it's Ombudsman who picks up best in the Prince of Waleses. Goes 2 lengths clear from Darris in second, fighting on with Mini Hawk. But Ombudsman in the Godolphin blue. Back to back Prince of Waleses.
Delighted to welcome in Jim Crowley to the studio. 16 Royal Ascot winners, Jim. And great to have you back with us today. Looking forward to seeing what you think of the Gold Cup. It's always a great race, isn't it? One of the highlights of the meeting for you?
It is. One that's eluded me. I came very close. I was being ahead from Estimate. I'm not sure what... a royal winner, so... yeah, it's one that's eluded me.
You might have been on the naughty list if you had beaten Estimate that day.
Exactly.
Can I be honest?
Was so happy, and I don't know if she would have been happy if that had happened.
I'm glad you were beat.
I wasn't.
It would have been a very different story, Jim.
It was a great race. There was 3 of us all in the line, and it was probably one of the most exciting Ascot Gold Cups you could watch, let alone be part of. It was amazing.
We've watched the replay of the Queen's reaction to that, I don't know how many times. I love it. It's that intense build to thinking you're going to win.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that human feel of you can all relate to having a winner. Not necessarily at the Royal meeting, but it was absolutely brilliant for the late Majesty of the Queen when Estimate won that. Right, who's going to win today? Well, let's have a look at the runners. You've got Al Nair in here, Al Riffa. Fascinating to see if this horse can stay, Al Riffa. I wonder if he does. He's got plenty of class. Caballo de Mar, we know, has loads of class. Dubai Future. Sweet William, he's a bit of an enigma, Jim. Sweet William, he's got plenty of ability. Does he always put it in the right direction?
Well, it's a bit harsh. Look, he's run some nice races. Whether he's quite up to that top class is another thing, you know. But he always runs a good race.
Your boy Trawlerman.
Love Trawlerman.
Your love.
I love him. You know, I have a thing for these stayers, right? It's either sprinters or stayers for me. Loved Stradivarius, was excited to watch Yates. When we first did the show, we had Kyprios, and he was a 2-time winner, was separated by a year.
Karmas, who won at the meeting last year, further. Rahib, just touched off by Scandinavia in the final classic of the year last year, the St Leger, and Scandinavia. He is the 5-star horse. I think he's going to take a potentially a little bit of beating here if he stays, but I personally think he will. He looks as though he wants every bit of the 2.5, and this Alpelez, Kieran Schumacher is on board. Building up to this Gold Cup, we're over 4,000 metres. What's the key to winning this race or being there or thereabouts at the finish? What do you need to do to your horse to make sure they're in the right position turning in?
Well, most importantly, you need to get them relaxed, because you're going 2.5 miles, and as we can see, a lot of these horses won over 1.6 miles and 2 miles. But when you're going another half a mile, you're into deep water, and this is the only race they will run over this distance. So the most important thing is to get a position where you're happy, and then your horse relaxes, and then obviously you've got to stay. That's the most important thing.
When do you know? When do you feel like, okay, this horse is going to last the whole 2.5?
Well, until you actually ride in this race, you don't know. You know, like horses like Rahib and Al Riffa, they're going into the unknown, and it's a big question mark. I mean, obviously, the classier they are, class will always get them through. So it's going to be a great race to watch.
All right, Jim Crowley here with us on set, but we've got the A-team out. Ali.
When we think of Royal Ascot, we think high fashion. It's certainly a name that is synonymous with that. And the colour of the year, for the first time, is bright tomato, which I feel as though I've hopefully met the brief for, but what a pleasure to see all you beautiful ladies, Camilla. I don't know if I've seen a more beautiful lineup of women. You look fantastic.
Thank you, thank you. We're from Ridley, London. All of our dresses are bespoke. We make them from silk. They're all made to measure. We've got these beautiful ladies here. My lovely friend Charlie, Kate, Jordan, lovely, and Charlotte, who does all these beautiful hats, and they're bespoke too.
And so I would imagine that the process of getting ready for this event takes some time, as it does for us in Australia too. We're not completely foreign to the concept, but for you ladies, it's a real process putting your beautiful outfits together.
Well, we've been working on it for a few months, haven't we, ladies? It's come together on the day okay, but we had a few changes of outfit at the last minute, but I think you all look stunning.
Yes, and I would love to have a chat to you because you are just so on brief, Kate. You look wonderful.
Thank you. I feel like we got the memo with the bright tomato. Yeah, I love the bright tomato. Red is such a confident, vibrant colour. So yeah, I really wanted to wear it today.
So how does the outfit process begin? What's the planning like for you?
So once the colour was chosen, I spoke with Camilla from Ridley and we went through choosing a dress and the fabric and the material. And then I spoke to my milliner who's on the end here, Charlotte, who created the most bespoke, beautiful hat for me to match.
Thank you. Yeah, so we've been doing the hats. I mean, every milliner has been doing hats for Ascot for about, 7 months or so. So I've made every one of these hats bespoke to go with the dress. And my company's Beasley Millinery. All of them are supposed to be mirroring some aspect of the dress, whether that means they're flowing, whether that means they've got feathers or florals. Everyone looks fantastic today. I love it.
Well, I'm absolutely in awe of all of you, and I can't wait to have a little wander and have a look at all this fashion. You couldn't look any better. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, bright tomato. That's the Royal Ascot colour. Jim missed the brief, but that's all right. We're doing it for him. We'll take a little pause. Welcome back to Royal Ascot. It's day 3. It's Gold Cup. There's some hats today, Michelle.
Everyone's been saving up. This is the day.
Is it best hat day?
It has to be. Best everything.
Okay, this is good. This is best hat for me.
Really?
Why? Yeah, I love it.
It's different.
It's great.
Lisa Tan. Thank you, Lisa.
Very good. Lisa will love that. I tell you what is different every year is the Garrard Gold Cup trophy.
It's fantastic.
Because
it's beautiful.
They get to take it. I mean, I was lucky enough to hold it earlier on
But you
this
didn't
week.
notice that there were 40 miniature horses.
No, I didn't notice this. But I did get to hold it, which you nearly did, Jim.
You had one hand on it.
Yeah, there you go. But you have to wear special white gloves to hold it. They change it each and every year. It's completely unique. The design is changed ever so slightly.
So this year
by
it's
Claire
based
Scott.
after the 1920s version.
It's based on the 20s version.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this Gold Cup feature race and trophy to be presented by King Charles III and the Queen. And of course, we got to see the royal procession earlier today. It was very exciting. And while that was going on, Ali was trackside with a very special guest.
I'm here with my friend and racing aficionado, I think we can call you now, Harry Aikens-Ariti. Hello.
Well, do you know what? Thanks for saying my name so perfectly, can I say? But genuinely so excited to be here. Loving the vibes of Ascot. It's been, I got to work here last year. Kind of similar to your position today, but I get to enjoy it, so I'm so excited.
And I think you've certainly got the racing bug as the royal procession is about to arrive behind us. This is a pretty monumental moment for Aussies and Englishmen alike. Let's have a look.
We're all here for the pageantry. There's the King and Queen. You know, I've been lucky enough to sing this national anthem on podiums, but to have them just go past us in this fashion, it's amazing. It's just one of those things that you just have to appreciate where you are and what you're doing. There's history behind it. It's just amazing, really. A little bit different for you Aussies, right?
So different, but it's still, it gives me goosebumps because you can feel the sense of occasion and the sense of pride that everybody has in them.
Literally that. I think when you're thinking about where you are is one thing, but it's another thing when you're actually appreciating, representing the country that you're in and being British. It makes you feel proud to be British right now.
I feel proud. So Zara, I actually know, which is pretty exciting. She's just come past me, giving us a wave. I know.
She waved in a good way as well, by the way.
I think my life might be made there as I turn around.
That, can I say, is actually a little bit of a, that's a little bit of a plug right there. She waved right at you.
Well, I get to see her a lot in Australia, so we're very lucky. But we had Stanley Tucci in the carriage as well.
Yes. I mean, look, the carriages that just gone past, the amount of names that are in there, they're all obviously such people of high regard. For me, seeing Anne, for example, she's an ex-Olympian, so I've always got a lot of respect for her. I say ex-Olympian, sorry, once an Olympian, always an Olympian.
Always, yeah.
So for me, it's just, like I said, just lovely to be here. And the pageantry of the show, like you say, it's just, that's what Ascot is about. It's just the pageantry of everything that's going on, from the floral designs to the dresses, and obviously having the King here as well.
Very special. It's wonderful to meet you as well, and I think we've truly converted you to a racing fan now.
Oh, I'm massive. I'm literally, I see myself as one of the horses being able to run up to 27 miles per hour. Those beasts can go, 44, 45? Oh, yeah. So it's literally a sport made for me.
We can see you in those sprint races on Saturday. Let's go and find a winner.
Let's go find a winner. I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah.
Everyone's looking for a winner. I don't know if you noticed that Zara gave Ali a little wave. So if you want to know if the royals in the procession are watching the crowd, they are.
How'd you get a wave? Well, I suppose they've got to know you. Actually, I mean, this takes us back to when you got a thumbs up from His Majesty the King.
Yes, we're good friends.
Genuinely got a thumbs up from the King because I dared Michelle to do a 3 cheers for the King and didn't think she would.
I did.
Of course she did.
Well done.
And then he looked at me and gave me this thumbs up. I've got a picture of it.
Have you met the King?
I don't think I have. I've met the Queen a few times, but no, I don't think I've been fortunate enough to meet the King.
You did meet Harry last year, who was epic, right?
Yeah, Harry was epic.
Did he put you through your paces in the gym?
No, he didn't, but I put him through his paces on the mechanical horse.
He was quite good though, right?
He was very good. I was very impressed. I thought he'd be like a sack of potatoes on there, and he was like really good.
I mean, there is nothing sacky about him in any way. He is just pure muscle. He is absolutely
stacked. But muscle weighs
stacked.
a lot. It's really hard to kind of balance all that muscle, right?
Yeah, was he good? I mean, his legs are obviously very strong, but I guess it's a slightly different when it comes to being in that position and pushing on a horse. What is it? A different kind of strength?
It is. It's your thigh muscles and your leg muscles, and look, he's a big lad, and you'd want a big horse to carry him round. But
yeah,
he said he would like to be the horse.
Yeah, that'd be more like it, I'd say.
The weight for Harry might be an issue just going forward. I'm not sure he would stack up. But look, you used to be a jump jockey and you had to trim down to then go and be a flat jockey, didn't you? And now you've been out for a little bit. Yeah. That weight has taken a little bit of management.
It is, yeah. Started to go back on a diet, You
missed the sconuts.
I missed the scones, or what do you call them,
Sconuts. They're the Royal Ascot thing this year, the sconuts. They are, they're absolutely delicious, but they're not going to help you with getting down to weight to coming back riding, Jim.
No, I'll probably give those a miss. I'll just watch you eat them, I think.
Let's have a look at the runners and riders for the Ribblesdale. So what we've got is the Gold Cup upcoming. Before that, we have the Ribblesdale. I love this race. It's over 1.5 miles for the fillies, and you've either got horses that took in the Oaks at Epsom or those that have been kept fresh from this. I mean, not often do they try and do the double. You've got Brilliant Star composing for Aidan O'Brien, and Ryan Moore got a good record in this. Dark Lucinda for Paddy Toomey and Vinnie Lee. Paddy had a winner at the meeting last year. Earth Shot, I think, has got a great chance for William Haggis and James Dawes. She was beaten last time, but she was very good when winning on her first start of the season at Newmarket. The French Raider, Gilded Prize. Francis Graffard, whatever he sends anywhere is worth taking note of, Jim. He's a phenomenal trainer.
Amazing trainer, and he's really come to the fore. Now he's getting some top-class horses, and he's a really nice guy. I've had a few rides from him in Dubai, and yeah, top man.
Yeah, very much so. He's a lovely guy. He's very approachable too. He's willing to do. I feel like with the horses he's got, you wouldn't blame him if he just retired away from the cameras and said, "No thanks," but he'll seemingly talk about anything.
Yeah, very open and, like I said, very easy to deal with.
Yeah.
Second page of runners and riders right here. Golden Orbit kicking that off.
Where are we with Legacy Link? Backing up 13 days after an excellent run in the Oaks. Does that concern you, Michelle? A quick backup off the back of a race like the Oaks at Epsom?
I feel like here, you in the UK, you guys seem to do that a little bit more because you're pointing towards these certain races. Look at, for example, the Australian horse who's backing up at the end of the week. So in America, we don't necessarily do those quick turnbacks because we have races that are scheduled 4, 5, 6 weeks out, and we have a lot of opportunity for these bigger races with big purses. So I feel like here, especially at Royal Ascot, if you can get the opportunity to get to run here, even if it means coming back in 10 days, 2 weeks, 4 days, you take that opportunity if your horse is good enough. I mean, look at Ten Bob first day coming off the 10 days rest.
And you've got Venetia and Warriors Whisper. Your view on Legacy Link after the Oaks? It was testing ground.
It was testing ground, and obviously she's backing up. She must be in great form at home, and she's the one they've got to beat. She's got the best form on offer. I'm not too worried about her backing up. I mean, look, John Gosden is a brilliant trainer. He wouldn't be coming here if there was any doubt, I don't think.
Okay. You won the Ribblesdale, Jim?
No, should have.
Sorry.
Should have.
There's a story developing
here, Jim. I'm so glad that Tom did his research on
What happened here, Jim? What happened? Why didn't you win it? Take me through it.
Oh, I can't remember now. I just probably gave one too much to do, I think. But I made up for it. She did come out and win a Group 1 afterwards. So.
Who was it?
Ashada.
Oh, well, yeah, Ashada.
Yeah, so there you go. Didn't get it right that day.
Jim has won plenty of top-level races here, rode some of the very best horses here, rode the sprinter Batash, who was all quality. He developed into, at one point, nearly about the top-rated horse in the world, Jim.
Yeah, he was definitely the top-rated sprinter in Europe for about 4 or 5 years on the trot.
Yeah.
So,
Baid wasn't bad, Jim.
Yeah,
he could shift a bit as well. He actually ran the fastest 2 furlongs, the Nature Strip, when he won the Queen Anne. So that tells you how good he was.
Wow.
So Nature Strip, was that the same year?
Same day.
So same day. So Nature Strip, folks, had won the King George III. So that was King Charles III, sorry. So that was over the 5 furlongs, proper Aussie sprinter. And your horse, over a mile,
ran the last 2 furlongs quicker.
It shows what a beast he was.
Yeah.
He must have been fun to ride.
He was amazing. Yeah, hold on.
Right, there is Colin Keane on Legacy Link.
She's gotten a little bit warm. You can see the white lather.
She did.
Underneath her saddle towel, and she was refusing to walk forward.
Yes, she was purposefully at Epsom. She was last out onto the track when she ran in the Oaks, which is the blue ribbon event for the fillies, and over a mile and a half. And she did get a little bit warm. She was drawn in stall number 1 that day, which is not a good thing at Epsom. I thought she ran a phenomenal race, Jim.
She ran a great race, and obviously the winner as well, who won very well. So if she runs to that level today, she's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, Thundering On was an excellent winner. I think there were, and it's not often you say this, but the consensus was after the race that or after the meeting, the Oaks form was probably a bit stronger than the Derby form. The fillies might just be a bit above the boys this year from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I wasn't sure how strong the Derby was, but you know, all the top fillies turn up in the Oaks.
I think Earthshot will go very well, or I'm hopeful anyway.
Maldives right there in front for Ammo Racing. 2.9 million guinea Camelot filly.
Back to Earthshot, it's a very big meeting for Wathnan Racing, the Qatari-based owners, who invest heavily in horses for this meeting. They've had 1 winner so far over the week, and they'll be hoping for another one here with Earthshot, but lots and lots and lots of runners they've got.
Big backup there from, was that Dark Lucinda?
Yeah, I think it was.
Not very happy.
Too happy at this stage. So hopefully they win the battle with her to go forward. It's quite an atmosphere for these horses to take in, isn't it, Jim?
So she's going to be equipped here with the blindfold.
And you don't want to be waiting around too long, and obviously this has just been a little bit temperamental here going in.
She hasn't enjoyed that blindfold going on, I'm afraid. So what normally would happen, they whip the blindfold on, send them round a couple of times and in they go, but she hasn't taken to that. So they'll probably give her, I'd say, 1 more go here and get her to go forward, and all the others are in, and if that doesn't happen, they will jump. Ooh, that is...
that's Legacy Link?
That's Legacy Link.
Did she get her nose stuck on the gates?
Looks like
she's got her noseband off. So they have a rubber noseband that you drop down. It's pretty long, and you figure eight it over their nose and then under their mouth to keep the bit elevated and in place. But you could just pull it down. It looks like she moved sideways and got it stuck.
They're still working on her. Won't be long here. Yeah, I think they're going to win that battle. Hopefully. Ooh, are they?
Or they're going to take it off.
Take it off, I think.
Mark Johnson will take the call when we're ready to go.
Racing over a mile and a half in the Group 2 Ribblesdale Stakes. The maiden, Maldives, was very slow to break away as they go through the very early stages and down the hill. And it was Lady Roisia who has unseated the rider. Lady Roisia has unseated the rider and is running loose. So it's Venetia, moves up on the outside and has taken the early lead. Giving chase now on the inside. In second position is Johanna Walsh, and then Composing is in third. Towards the inside rail is Legacy Link, who is in fourth position, with Earthshot on her outside, who is in fifth. Quite wide is Dark Lucinda in sixth position. Then on the inside, Warrior's Whisper, who's followed by Brilliant Star. After Brilliant Star to the inside is Gilded Prize. Then the Royal Runner, Golden Orbit, with only one behind, and that is the maiden Maldives, at the moment lit up by the loose horse. It is Venetia who's got the lead. Venetia out in front, and out in front by around about 5 lengths now to Johanna Walsh, who raced in second. Composing is in third. Towards the inside, Legacy Link in fourth position as now they begin to make the climb up towards home. Earthshot then is on the outside, being followed by Warrior's Whisper, who's next in the field. Then Brilliant Star, just slightly worse than midfield. Dark Lucinda on the wide outside, 3 deep. Then towards the inside rail is Gilded Prize, followed then by Golden Orbit, and still the back market is Maldives, and still being taken on and lit up by the loose horse. Venetia still has the clear lead, and that lead still is around about 4 lengths, but now beginning to close. Johanna Walsh in second position. The dark blue of Composing and Ryan Moore to the outside, travelling well in third. On the inside, Legacy Link in fourth. There's break then of a length and a half to Earthshot in fifth. Warrior's Whisper on the inside rail is in sixth. Travelling well, Gilded Prize with the pink cap against the inside rail in around about seventh. But at the moment, having to find a little bit of a passage. Coming very wide is Earthshot into the home straight. A new leader, Johanna Walsh, has now gone on, giving chase. Composing down the wide outside, and Legacy Link. And then right against the inside rail is Gilded Prize, who is now beginning to pick up. They're racing now inside the final furlong furlong and a half. Joanna Walsh has got the lead. Earthshot down the wide outside. Composing is wandering under pressure towards the inside and now getting out. It's Gilded Prize. They're inside the final half furlong. Joanna Walsh has got the lead. Coming down the wide outside. Earthshot to deliver a power pack finish up to the line. Tight. Earthshot near side. Joanna Walsh on the far side. Back in third position came Gilded Prize, and then Never Nearer was Brilliant Star, and then staying on was Warrior's Whisper, and capitulating late was Legacy Link, who just did not get home today. 4-1. Earthshot, that was a huge move off the home turn by James Doyle. He had horses coming back into his lap, and he had to make a big move off heels to get clear sailing, and that move off the home turn has won him the prize. He's beaten Joanna Walsh, yet another fantastic run by a Joseph O'Brien horse in second, for France Gilded Prize back in third place.
What a horse race! It was messy, it was unpredictable from start to finish. But it was a brilliant finish, a photo finish, and it's gone to Earthshot in the end, who's got up to score. What a performance. James Doyle, he took her wide. I don't know if it was accident or design, Jim Crowley. Well, he had to go wide here, but she didn't exactly straighten up what he wanted immediately.
No, exactly. It was a loose horse, was certainly not doing anybody any favours. I thought Joanna Walsh has run a huge race.
Has the loose horse cost her?
I'm just watching it back now. I mean, if you look at where the winner is there now, it doesn't look like she's going to win at all. The loose horse is slightly impeded. Joanna Walsh has come across there.
She didn't have a momentum really checked, did she?
I don't know. How good did the loose horse run, though? She did all of the heavy lifting. I mean, she came super wide, and then she was still trying here at the end with her ears up.
I actually think Gilded Prize is the unlucky horse. Yeah. I think got stopped turning in, and probably the unlucky one in the race.
This is an interesting thing to touch on here. We're over a mile and a half. If you look at where the horses come out of, Gilded Prize out of 3, the winners come out of 6. Now, and Joanna Walsh went forward out of 7, but Gilded Prize out of 3. Oisin Murphy, the rider, you don't want to angle out, do you, the whole way? He probably knows he's going to have to ride her for a little bit of luck, because he's going to be on the rail for much of it, Jim.
Yeah, obviously, look, he's. I just was watching him turning in, and he didn't get a lot of room off Warrior's Whisper. I was a bit unlucky there.
Direct the traffic here. All right, we can wander back in, and James, you can talk us through what was a very thrilling finish to this Ribblesdale.
Yeah, blimey, she's got a big engine. I thought off the turn I had loads of power. Obviously the loose horse, I was just tucked in behind Ryan, and yeah, we kind of got shot out into the middle of the track trying to avoid the traffic. She zoomed into the race really good, and then she's still learning. Like, speaking to Tom, who's been brilliant, good insight into how she is, and he said she's learning, but when you ask her, she takes time to get organised, so thank you. And he was bang on. She's getting the hang of it, but she's still not quite there.
So I was wondering, did you think you were definitely going to get there? Because the runner-up was holding on quite gamely.
Yeah, no, I didn't, to be honest. Not until the last couple of strides. No.
Just thinking about these colours that you're riding, and we know how important this week is, James, for you to put one on the board for them today.
Yeah, huge week for us, as we know. It's always well documented. Royal Ascot is a big focal point for Wathnan Racing, and it shows how tough it is. You know, we really target this meeting, and what are we, I don't know, 14 races in, are we? We've had 2 winners, so it just shows how tough it really is. It's super tough, but a huge relief to have got one on the board for the team, and let's hope there's a few more to come, but at least we got 2 on the board so far.
Well done, mate.
25 minutes until the oldest and biggest race of the meeting, 4:15 local time, and that is the Ascot Gold Cup. We are building up to that for the next 25 minutes. We need to bring you some more sights and sounds of the racecourse there. Let's head out and find Ali.
Michael, what a wonderful spot we're in here under the trees. You've had a very busy 24 hours, but more importantly, you've had a very busy Royal Ascot week with your runners. You're an avid breeder and owner.
Yeah, 17 runners this week for my stables. I breed a few, I race a few, but obviously the business is the most important thing, and we've got lots of owners that have horses with us. So yeah, 17 across the week. We started the week very well on Tuesday. Only one runner on Tuesday, but he was second in the Coventry, which was amazing. And then we had 3 runners yesterday. We won the Windsor Castle on the far side, but unfortunately we were drawn the wrong side. So hopefully we get a bit luckier with the draw today.
And going forward for the rest of the week, no doubt, there's quite a few more.
Yes, we got 5 today. We're in the last 3 races. We're quite strong-handed in the Britannia. We've got a horse called We're Gooses, who our owner's just sharing a drink with us over here. And he's got a very good chance. And then we've got Laureate Crown for a big owner called Jim Hay. And Lion of Alba, again, for Jim Hay. So we've got 3 horses, all one drawn high, one drawn low, and one drawn in the middle. So we've got all bases covered.
And who are we thinking in the Gold Cup? Who are you with? You with Scandinavia, or are you going out wide?
No, I am. Sorry to be boring, but I think it'll take a good one to beat him, yeah.
Yes, I get it. And now I have to ask you, we call it soccer, I know you guys all call it football, but this is also going back to Australia, so for context, of course, you're here instead of over in America. Where else would you rather be? England got the job done.
Do you blame me?
No.
I haven't looked. No, I've, played in 3 World Cups, but the summer over here is about racing for me. Don't get me wrong, I'll be watching. I watched last night, I'll watch every England game, but my business now is in the horses. We train 140 horses. It's a business that's been growing for 23 years now. And I do all the Premier League football on the television all year. So when I get to the end of the season, I am knackered. And the last thing I'm going to do is fly all the way to America and then fly all internal flights and watch, football. So I'll watch it on the television and enjoy it from here. But summer is racing.
There's nowhere else we'd rather be.
Lots of football in the house. In fact, yesterday, Tom, someone played in a game.
Yeah, there was a game. Yeah.
Oh, I know who it was. It was Messi.
No, that was he'd scored a hat-trick previously. England were good, Jim.
Were they?
As good
you
as
missed it.
as
I can't
good
believe
as
it.
America
I was in the car
was.
park till 9. I didn't get home.
Oh,
so
I did
missed
better.
It.
It was exciting. Incidentally, Michael Owen, I love the fact that he says, "I'm racing now." I mean, he was a global superstar at one point and went to Real Madrid, but you forget how good he was. That goal against Argentina in the World Cup. Oh,
are you a football fan?
I'm a football fan. Yeah, and he was an amazing player. He was so young. He peaked too soon. He was amazing.
Yeah, he was phenomenal. And now he is big into his racing. Has a great setup at Manor House in Cheshire. Right, we are building up to the Gold Cup. Can Chorleyman do it again? Can he? We've had multiple winners many a time. Can he add his name to that illustrious list? Just over 15 minutes to go to the big one, the Gold Cup. Welcome back to Ascot. Day 3, the feature race is upcoming. We should remind you who lines up here in what looks an excellent renewal of the race. Fair to say that at the moment, Jim, the division is lacking an out-and-out star, but that crown can be claimed here?
I think so. As you said, there's no Yates or a real superstar like that, a Stradivarius, but we might just see one here. Obviously, Scandinavia has got all the right credentials for this. He's a St Leger winner, and he looks like he's can stay very well at the Galileo Mare, and he's looks like the one who could take the mantle.
When does Trollerman get to be mentioned with some of these greats, though? I mean,
I know,
all he does is win races. He's 11 for 23. He's won this race already. He brings in 3 graded stakes in a row, 2 of them Group 1s.
I agree. I think if he wins today, he is there.
Okay.
I think, but for me, he's 8 years old now. He has been off 200 plus days, and it's going to be a big ask, and I think it's going to be tough for him. I'm not saying he won't do it. I'd love to see him win, but he might just find some younger legs today.
All right, speaking of love to see him, Ali is standing by, and she's got eyes on Trollerman.
So all 11 runners for the big race now in the pre-parade ring, and we get our first glimpse at those goggles, those sunglasses, those wrap-round shades on Trollerman. He was the last horse to come into the pre-parade ring. He's just following his stablemate Sweet William round, and apparently he loves them. They do look like ski goggles, don't they? He's got the hood on underneath. He loves them. I spoke to Thady Gosden, his co-trainer, and he says that he goes out every day in those goggles. He's in a darkened stable. He's got blackout blinds in his bedroom as such, and he comes out in those goggles every day. They don't work him in those, though, so he does gallop without the goggles, and that's what he's going to have to do today. He's going to wear them in all the preliminaries, go down to the start, and then take them off. But yeah, he's you can see the crowds come down to have a look at Trollerman and those goggles. Now, Trollerman, of course, the defending champion, last year's winner. He'll be ridden once again by William Buick, and our colleague Frankie Foster recently spent the day with him.
The jockey's not that easy. Come with me for a day in the life with Gold Cup winning jockey William Buick.
Do you enjoy your gym sessions, Will?
I do.
Yeah.
Not every day, not every time, but it's just I don't really think about it. It just has to be done, because I see the need for it and the improvement.
Have you always been pretty good? Like, compare yourself now to when you were younger. Have you always been?
No, I'm much better now.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't really utilise the PTs, and obviously James. I've been working with James for now just over a year, which has been a massive improvement, I feel. And as I got older, I think you start to realise how important it is. You can kind of wing it when you're younger.
Yeah.
Like I would never do something like this before we started together. The hip, and like James touched on earlier, like the hips, they do get tight, not just for the riding, for the travelling and everything, and dehydration.
Yeah.
So just to get them mobile and working, it's been a big help.
What would get you tired if you were riding? Let's say Trollerman in the Gold Cup.
Well,
just the sheer sort of distance and length of the race, the pushing that you have to do.
I hate to be boring, but he was such an easy ride. He was such an easy ride around there, and he was, he's such a lovely horse to ride. And I must say that day he was pretty push button, really.
Yeah.
But
he's doing all the work for you.
You want to, but you want to stay. I think when you're riding over that distance, you want to stay in tune with the horse.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get them breathing. You like to really feel them breathing underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have your breath in order. I think that's a big help. Relaxed. Your core is engaged the whole way for 2.5 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously your legs. So I suppose it takes a high level of fitness to do that, because you have to be engaged for a long time in a race.
Your routine, your discipline has got to be up there in terms of how you operate. Like, what gets you out of bed?
You always have to improve.
Yeah.
You always have to you always have to improve, you always have to innovate. And that I don't think that will ever leave me. And I think that's I suppose you see a lot of jockeys or other sports people, that's what drives them, that's the motivation. Is
just to be better.
You have to level up and create consistency. We wouldn't do anything different ahead of Royal Ascot, for example, than we would any other day, really. Because you can't just prepare for Royal Ascot and then you have to be game ready every day.
I'm battered.
Now you're about 50% Gold Cup ready.
But by the way, Frankie Foster is a former PT. Like, he's fit.
Really?
But
did you see how much smoother William was than Frankie?
Well, Willow spent every day in the gym pretty much, wasn't he? I mean, when he's riding, but he's in the gym most days.
Yeah, he's a fit guy. Yeah, he is.
Do you know, one question I get asked by non-racing fans, I think more than any other, and it's a leading question, Jim, and no offence, but they'll always say, the jockey doesn't make that much difference, does he? And I'm like, yes, but it's interesting. I think there is that idea.
Doesn't it depend on the horse?
I actually think jockeys are one of the most fittest athletes you can get. And there was a study done up at John Moores University where they had different sporting people, and the jockeys pretty much came out top on everything. And that beat boxers, runners, you name it. They were so fit.
Is it the physicality, though, or the mentality?
Both.
That make the difference most in the race?
I think so. I think jockeys, your core strength is immense. Having to hold big horses together and your lower legs are strong. We're using them every day without even realising. Jockeys are extremely fit.
You know how you have to practice? You have to ride your bike without a saddle.
Yeah, not for me. But that's the point, isn't it? 8.5 stone holding half a ton of horse is not easy. Trawlerman then, we've touched on this, the goggles that he's going to be wearing, or the ski goggles, as his trainer John Gosden referred to him. Michelle, the eye infection that led to him being sensitive to light, there they are. They seem pretty unique. Any of the horses that you have at home worn those?
No, they have not. We use something called pacifiers, which would be a blinker looking, but it's a mesh, and it makes it dimmer. So we would probably use that. We do use a set of goggles, but again, they look more like a blinker, and they've got a plastic cup or a plexiglass cup on each eye, and that's mostly to prevent dirt clogs from hitting them in the eye. And those are both during races, so not in the preliminaries. Like this, he's very happy, and you can see he's got his normal earmuffs on with his mask.
Yeah, so that'll come off and the hood's underneath. Now, one thing that's been developing, I think, over the last few seasons is a bit of needle between Aidan O'Brien and John Gosden. It might be one-way traffic to some. John Gosden came out with a comment at the races yesterday, which I think was a little backhanded towards Aidan O'Brien and his success in the Derby. Is this a thing, Jim? I feel like it really is, and I'm enjoying it. I'm here for it.
I don't think there's anything too serious in it. Both men are very, very competitive. I think it's a bit of banter, but on the other hand, I'm sure you know as well as I do, when you're riding against 5 in a race, it can be quite difficult. You can ride against one jockey came in one day, he says, I can ride against 1 or 2, but I can't ride against 3 or 4.
Well, this is a reference to Aidan O'Brien having multiple runners in the race and in the Derby that he did recently, although it worked for John Gosden having a pacemaker in yesterday in the Prince of Wales estate.
Well, exactly. It's pacemakers are there for a reason, and not only that, you have to remember Aidan O'Brien has got lots of good horses, and they have to run. And how many times do we see Aidan O'Brien's 2nd or 3rd string, even the 4th string win? So they're there to run, and obviously, look, they know what they're doing, and they're not going to tell anybody else their tactics, and quite rightly so.
It can all be very backslappy and happy in horse racing. I like a little bit of needle.
What about in the jockstrom? Is there any needling that goes on?
Definitely.
It's been known to. Yeah, it's every man for himself out there. That's all I can say.
Good. Yeah, what happens in the weighing room stays in the weighing room. Ali Mosley is hopefully placing a bet at Royal Ascot in the Gold Cup. I wonder who she's putting her money on.
This is an experience, a great fun one, but one that I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed in. There is a lot happening. Everyone's getting their final bets on before the Gold Cup. Everyone's looking at what they can get about their favourite. I'm sticking with Scandinavia here. I was playing around the edges, but I just think the favourite will be too good. Aidan O'Brien can get the job done again with his 4-year-old. I'm going to try and skip the queue here with my £10. Hello.
What would you like?
£10 on Scandinavia, please.
There you go. Nice.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck, Ali. Jim's not allowed to bet, so he wouldn't know what that's like putting cash down on the Raz.
So let me get this straight. They've been out, they've had champagne.
I know.
They had a picnic.
Yeah.
They had sweets, and now they get to bed.
Yep. We're grafting. It's not easy here.
You know what? I get to hang out with Jim.
Yeah, that's all nice, isn't it?
It is nice.
Let's have a look at some of them in the parade ring. So obviously you've got the main contenders here in the form of Scandinavia, Trawlerman. This is Scandinavia. What do you make of him, Jim? Is he a typical Coolmore Gold Cup type horse, do you think?
Well, he looks that way, doesn't he? Obviously, look, he's a St. Ledger winner, and he won at this meeting last year, and everything about him just screams that he's going to stay. But he's got class as well, and I think this race will set up nicely for him, and they'll ride him like a strong stayer that they believe he is. And I'm really excited to see that if he can step up to be like one of these top cup horses.
Well, when you say that, what if he's a strong stayer? Do they want to get rolling early into the straight? Is that what they want to be doing, do you think?
Well, I think obviously, look, Trawlerman is quite a free-going horse, and he's made the running round here before, and Sweet William won't be far away, and I think Trawlerman will possibly go forward, and he won't want too much hassle for the lead. Maybe Sweet William might sit with him and not put him under too much pressure.
That's Rahib, who was just behind Scandinavia last year at the back end of the season. He reappeared with a very good victory. Trawlerman is here. I haven't seen him. I haven't turned around and seen him in the flesh.
He just walked right behind him.
Go on.
Just walked right behind us.
Good. Did he give you the thumbs up?
He couldn't see me.
Okay.
Because he's had his goggles on.
Well, he can still see out them, can't he?
He can, but it's shaded. It's like sunglasses. It's a little hard to see detail, we'll say. And horses have poor depth perception already, so I feel like he's probably not seeing us. You can see his groom, though, keeps walking and giving him reassuring pats on the chest. Very endearing to see. I got to say, I haven't seen Alrifa in a while, and he was so imposing.
Yeah,
I mean, he comes in here like an absolute unit.
Yeah,
what a beast.
He's got loads of class, this horse. He won a Group 1 as a 2-year-old. Over the 6, I think it was, and he's developed into an excellent state. It's just whether or not 2.5 will find him out.
Well, that's it, into the unknown. But he's the class, or he's got class about him, and if he does stay, then he's going to be very exciting over this trip.
One thing on Trawlerman which I find fascinating is the fact that he used to be a bit of a tearaway, and now he just walks around so chilled. I mean, he's settled down a huge amount with age, Jim.
He has. Like you said, he's got better with age, and probably having those eye shields on as well. They probably help. They are actually like a pacifier, and I think he has settled down a lot over the years.
Are we ignoring Sweet William?
Well, no. It's hard to see. He struggles to get past Trawlerman. I think he'll be in the 3. What I love about this horse is he's the absolute apple of Philippa Cooper's eye, his breeder of Normandy Stud. She named him after her favourite flower, the Sweet William. And they actually nearly lost him very early on. He suffered a bad injury, I think, before he'd ever made it to the racecourse. And they had to be very patient with him. And here he is back competing at multiple Group 1s.
Yeah, amazing. And obviously 7 years old, both him and Trawlerman 7 and 8. And they come back and they turn up every year. And they're really proper old warriors,
Let's take a look at the course now.
Unique test, this, Michelle.
All I know is I want to hear from Jim what it's like to be on Swinley Bottom.
Jim, what's it like coming around that bend at Swinley Bottom?
Well, when you're in with a chance, it's great.
A buzz.
When you're out the back, it's not much fun. But listen, this is a great race. I've ridden in it many times.
Do you get the cheer when you go past the stands first time?
Yeah, and you've got to be careful because it actually lights your horse up.
Yes.
Because you'll jump off at the bottom of the straight, you'll get to that lovely rhythm, go past the grandstand, and everyone starts cheering and shouting, especially if you're on the rail. It really does light them up. And then you run down the hill, and you're obviously freewheeling down the hill.
At that point, though, do you let your horse kind of have his head, or do you say, like, don't go too fast because there's going to be a climb?
Well, it's very easy to go too quick downhill. I think you just sit against them, get them to fill up, relax. And round Swinley Bottom, that's where you try and get your breather in, because from there you're climbing uphill. From 5 furlongs out, it's uphill.
How important is it to be in a good position to challenge here, Jim?
Well, I think these stayers, they don't really quicken. Unless they go slow, it's hard to quicken up over this distance.
Oh, there's Jim.
Sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim.
Was that me?
That was Estimate's victory.
I think I was in the other one.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I think it was. I think Leading Light beat me. I can't remember. I need to go back and look through the record books. Maybe it was Leading Light who beat us.
Well, either way, Her Majesty was successful, and it was etched into history. It was a brilliant day. All right, we talked about Al Riffa. Let's hear from his trainer.
Yes, a really interesting. First time over 2.5 miles, but Joseph, he was one of the leading fancies in the Melbourne Cup. He's run over 2 miles. How is he?
Yeah, he's prepared really well, Ali. Of course, we're taking a chance with the step up in distance, but he's a very classy horse, and he ran great in the Hardwick here last year, and we think if he stays, he'll be really competitive.
He's won over, mile 6, the Irish St Leger. Do you train him any differently to get the trip of 2.5 miles?
Yeah, he's very fit, as you will need to be for this extreme test. He's just off the back of a strong run in France a month ago, so we just freshened him up and kept his routine into here, to be honest. But he's prepared really well. We think he is really fit, and we think that if he's going to stay any day, we're going to learn that today. And if he does, he's as good as any of them.
Certainly is. Good luck.
Thanks, Ali.
All right.
You're on your own, Michelle.
That is shocking. Even Jim.
What's that?
Everyone picked Scandinavia.
Well, I mean,
Hold on.
it's for me, it's the obvious. Oh, look, there he is going to pose with his sunglasses on.
Is he?
I just want to be clear that Scandinavia has never gone 2.5 miles.
No.
Okay, he's only gone 2 miles once. So you all think he's this spectacular stayer, but Trawlerman is a true stayer.
Okay, let me ask Jim a question here. If this horse was coming in here off a good prep, so let's say he'd run once this season, he'd won, he was coming into it in the form he was 12 months ago, would you be with him?
I probably would be, yes, because you're guaranteed, he stays. But you can see he is a bit free going. He's just taking William on a little bit down to start. He needs to relax, and I'm pretty sure Scandinavia is a more amicable ride, and not so pace dependent, really.
I think the weather came out just in time for Charlemagne. He's going to take off his shades. It's going to be a little overcast.
He'll enjoy
I
this.
can't believe you guys are such fair weather fans.
He'll enjoy this ground, that's for sure. Just touch on William here. He's slowly sat down in the saddle. He's slowed Trawlerman down as much as possible. He's taken him down against a rail. Why has he done all those things, Jim?
Well, just keep him relaxed and pulled up in plenty of time, because that last furlong when you walk down to the start, you want them to, obviously they've just cantered down, and I could just see him there. He took William on a little bit. So you want them to be able to recover and get their breath back, and that's what he's doing, just trying to keep him calm as possible.
Do you think he's going to go forward? Is there anyone else in here that can take the lead?
I think William will go forward. I think if something else goes on, I'll be surprised, because there's a few doubtful stayers in the race. So I'll be surprised if horses like Rahib and Al Riffa and those sort of horses go on, but Trawlerman is a guaranteed stayer, and I think that's their key.
It was and that was the consensus coming into the race last year. Aidan had a horse called Illinois who'd been fast-tracked really to the race because of an injury to Kyprios, the standard setter coming into the race. And the question was that horse going to stay? And I think the team looked at it and said, well, we will, so let's make use of him. And if it's worked before, it's hard to see them changing tack. But equally, I think it's a tall order off 243 days off the track to dominate over this course and distance, over 4,000 metres.
Do you think it's easier, though, because being this stayer, you're not having to go as fast? I feel like it'd be hard if you're going out for a stiff, fast mile.
No, I'm not so sure. I think these distance horses, one thing I will say, it will be a great training performance in many ways, what with the eye shields and everything like that.
They look great.
He looks cool, doesn't he?
He looks so cool.
He's the man.
Yeah. Like, I'm really warming to him.
Oh, gee, thanks.
No, not as a word, but it would be, it's one of those where it's head and heart, right? And for me, heart is absolutely Trawlerman. It's the story. It's the one where if you're looking back at this meeting, you go, oh, wasn't that amazing when he went and won that? They've taken the goggles off. But it's difficult. It's difficult with the head for me to go, well, it's going to go and happen.
Yeah, I mean, look, I really would love to see these two horses fighting it out, a really close finish. And it's not often you get Gold Cups like that.
I think he likes the ground, too. I think this is good going for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. There's in the foreground. That's Caballo de Mar.
Hello, John Gosden. He's reading your picks in the program, Tom.
Right, this guy is so chilled when he watches the racing. Yesterday, when Ombudsman won the Prince of Wales' stakes, he hardly blinked. He just, I mean, I know he's seen it all, but he is just chilled.
I've seen him out of place once, though. We were at Pegasus, and he had come to run a horse, and we were in a not fancy hotel. And I look over and I said to Nick Luck, is that John Gosden? And he was looking around very confused. Indeed, he was absolutely in the wrong hotel.
Where am I?
That's what he was thinking. Where am I? Where did they take me?
I was watching with wife Rachel Hood there on the rail, and they're looking for more success at this meeting. Right, Jim, I want you to take me through where they're going to be positioned, the principles here. You think Trawlerman will go forward? Where's Ryan going to sit on Scandinavia?
Well, Williams in 2, Ryan's in 3, right next to him. I think Trawlerman will go forward, and possibly Sweet William won't be far away. And I think Ryan will want to just follow Trawlerman. I think they won't be far away.
Last one going forward, your big race caller is Richard Hoyles.
And they're all set. And they're off and racing. Al Ripper was the one that was a little bit slow into stride. Trawlerman is well away. Karma's and also Scandinavia's Whiteface well to the fore in the very early strides, but Trawlerman is going to be allowed to stride on to try and repeat the tactics of 12 months ago. Further in the yellow colours has already edged over to the rail with Miss Alp, Sweet William and Rahiba mid-division, Caballo de Mar wider out in red and white, and the last 3 are the red and white of Al Nayir, also towards the back, the white cap of Dubai Future, and after starting slowly, Al Ripper is the back marker as they make their way up the home straight. Trawlerman it is, marked by Scandinavia, a length between the 2. Karmas and Caballo de Mar dispute 3rd place with Further, and then Sweet William, who's towards the inside of the field of Rahib. Then behind these we have Al Nayir, Miss Alp, Dubai Future, and last of all is Al Ripper. The pace, however, is only a steady, even one at the moment. They are quite well clustered as a result. And out in the lead it is Trawlerman, who brings the Gold Cup field up the home straight for the first time. In second place is Scandinavia in the blue and orange with the white face, and then on the inside the pale colours of Further. Caballo de Mar just beginning to get in danger of being posted a little wide, and as a result his rider Rasheen Murphy tries to push forward. He's 3 wide as we stand, but he's now going to move forward to try and avoid that as we approach the bend, and Ryan Moore's having none of it. He's going to try and keep Caballo de Mar a little wide here, so an early little joust of tactics as out in the lead Trawlerman. Caballo de Mar does press on, and as a result Ryan now finds himself back in 3rd. He glanced over his shoulder on Scandinavia. Further racing on the inside on the outside is Carnes. Sweet William settles in midfield with Rahib in the yellow colours towards that one's outer, and then Miss Alp, who is on the outside of Al Nayir, Dubai Future and Al Ripper as they begin the run down the hill. So now out in the lead Trawlerman, just under restraint here. You can see William Buick just trying to hold that mount back. Scandinavia's now posted 3 wide, no bends coming up, but Ryan Moore just keeping an eye on whether or not he can go forward or slot in behind the red and white colours of Caballo de Mar. Further Karmas, Sweet William, then Rahib as they continue their progress down the hill. So Trawlerman out in the lead, Caballo de Mar in second place, Further in 3rd. About 1/4 of a mile till we reach the bend, so Scandinavia's just been eased back to 4th place, but gave up the position he had to Caballo de Mar. Sweet William is in 5th place, just ahead of Karmas, then Rahib, a length and a half back to Al Nayir, and the back 3 at Swindley Bottom as they turn at the far end. Miss Alp, Dubai Future, and last of all is Al Ripper. So we're turning at the far end, and we're getting now the steady turn uphill. Trawlerman has the lead, Caballo de Mar is second place, racing in 3rd is Further as they move into the bend. In 4th place is Scandinavia, then Karmas on the outside of Sweet William. Yellow jacket of Rahib covers up Al Nayir, and then towards the back Dubai Future, Miss Alp, and as they climb the hill Al Ripper is last of all. So now we begin this steady climb, and Trawlerman just begins to try and press on. Caballo de Mar just being nudged along in 2nd. Scandinavia in 3rd place, wanting to try and cover the move of Trawlerman, and Ryan Moore moves a little further forward. In 4th place Further, then Karmas, Sweet William and Rahib as we continue our progress steadily climbing. Al Nayir comes next, and out in the lead it's Trawlerman. In 2nd Caballo de Mar. Ryan Moore wants to get a little bit closer on Scandinavia. In 3rd place, 2 lengths back to further, then round the outside Rahave, who begins to make some progress. Off the home turn, Trawlerman with Caballo de Mar. Scandinavia shaken up, is 2 lengths back. Rahave is in 4th place with 3 furlongs to go in the Gold Cup. It's Trawlerman who leads them in once again. Caballo de Mar in 2nd. Scandinavia now beginning to challenge on the outside. They've moved on from Karmas and Rahave. 2 furlongs to go in the Gold Cup. Trawlerman faces a new adversary in Scandinavia. There's a neck between the pair and they move on from Caballo de Mar. Trawlerman not relinquishing his crown lightly. Down the outside, Scandinavia has got to within a neck, but Trawlerman still in front. Scandinavia trying hard, a neck down, a head down, and Scandinavia forces his head up to provide Aidan O'Brien with his 100th Royal Ascot winner in the feature race of the week. Trawlerman in 2nd, Sweet William 3rd, and back in 4th was Al Ripper. Scandinavia, a 10th Gold Cup, and what a race that it is worthy for this landmark to be reached with that 100th success. Scandinavia took time, he never does it by very far, and Trawlerman fought every single step of the way, but in the feature race of the week, the 100th winner for Aidan O'Brien, a stunning achievement, and just right that it should occur in this contest. Sweet William 10 lengths further back, a really good battle between the front two. Al Riffer up for 4th place, head of Miss Al P and Karmas. One thing we have to say this week, not only the gamble landed, the 11-8 favourite, but the feature races have really delivered. It takes more than one horse to make a great horse race, whatever the landmarks are reached, and Trawlerman did just that. But on the day, the crown goes back to Ballydoyle, and Scandinavia was too strong.
A renewal of the Gold Cup that will go down in history as one of the great. Century up for Aidan O'Brien at Royal Ascot. It was all heart from Scandinavia, all heart from Trawlerman. Heartbreak in the end for the defending champion. Michelle, your reaction?
I am gutted right now. I thought Trawlerman was going to absolutely hold on there. Scandinavia had made a run at him. Trawlerman re-increased his lead, really digging deep here. You see Trawlerman on the inside in the blue jacket. Your eventual winner, Scandinavia, with the white face and the blue and orange. And right here, look at Trawlerman kicks back away. Both these riders really going after it. Looks like, honestly, it looked like he was going to hold on until the last jump.
Wow.
What a training job.
Wow.
I tell you what, that was a horse race, and it delivered everything we wanted it to do, and I thought both jockeys were absolutely brilliant. William Buick gave Trawlerman an amazing ride. He got him relaxed and he dictated the fractions, you know, and he looked like he was going to do enough, but I could see Ryan hadn't really gone for everything, and it was a very, very good by Ryan Moore.
Here is Ryan Moore.
Well, I suspect a great deal, Ed. What a fantastic race that was. Ascot just lit up with that tremendous finish between those two horses. Ryan, just your thoughts. Let's get those first of all on what was a fabulous race.
Yeah, he should have won easier. I was happy where I was. Then O'Sheen came up round me and I didn't want us all going through in a line. And then he took me out of the race. I had to work to get to Trawlerman. Thought I had him. And then I had to go again. Trawlerman's a brave horse, he kept coming. He's a good stay at this. And Aidan, I mean, as every year, he identifies these horses and brings them here, absolutely jumping out of their skin, and lucky to ride them.
Can I ask, that moment that you say when Trawlerman fought back, what was the confidence like that he would get back up and beat him?
Aidan said before, he said, you have to get stuck into him. I said, no, so be it, we're happy about that, glad to do it. He's always, his record since he got beat here last year, he just keeps finding a way to win, so look, I had every confidence he'd find it somehow.
Ryan, Aidan has beaten you to the 100 at Royal Ascot, and I know you've paid him a lot of compliments, but he's the first or a century of Royal Ascot winners. Just tell us about that achievement and being associated.
The reality with Aidan is he won't care. He'll probably be thinking about the next 100, and that's what separates him.
Well, congratulations, a magnificent performance. That horse was so brave, so was the runner-up Trawlerman. That was one of the great races.
Aidan might not care that he's got the 100, but the bettors do, the fans do, and that horse right there, Scandinavia, going to be going down in history as his 100th Ascot winner, holding on by a nose over Charlerman, who is ultra brave.
Oh, the fanfare strikes up as Scandinavia comes back into the winner's enclosure. And, well, it'll be one that plenty will have wanted because he went off at the top of the market. Won't be lost on many that Charlerman ran his heart out. Let's take a break, we need one. Well, I hope you've got your breath back. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. That Gold Cup is going to be held aloft by Team Coolmore, Ryan Moore, Aidan O'Brien, because Scandinavia has broken hearts. Let's be honest.
He's broken mine.
He has.
He's broke. I think there
where's
might be.
Goggle Man?
Look at one
Oh.
fan that might be sadder than me.
I'm so glad he brought his ski goggles because that just adds to the narrative so well. But oh no!
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
Commitment to the bit, though.
Oh.
I like that.
Can you just take us through from a rider's perspective why you thought? First thing you said to me was they were both incredible. Why has Ryan Moore excelled there, Jim?
Well, look, first of all, William Buick's given it a great ride because he's gone dictated his fractions, and he's done everything right. Obviously, that horse has been off a long time, and he just judged the pace to perfection. Ryan Moore, watching him, I thought he was incredible there because although it looked like Trawlerman was battling back, I was watching Ryan and his body language, and I just knew he was waiting for that sucker punch. You know,
hang on. So he's holding something back.
I think he hadn't thrown the kitchen sink at that horse until the last 150 yards.
And
Was he giving the horse maybe an opportunity to, like, hey, see if you can do this on your own?
No. I mean, it was just like he tried to stay away from Trawlerman a little bit early. You know, when he first challenged him, and he was almost hands and heels and just showing the horse the whip, and he hadn't really gone for him. And just watching back there now, I always felt like Ryan was going to get there.
I want to talk about the whip. That's interesting because this is over 2.5 miles. It's been an epic battle. He's hardly used it
4 times.
Did
amazing ride.
Did Buick think that maybe he had it in him because he had whipped early and then he kind of put it away and was hands and heels? So he maybe thought he had it, like, oh, I put that horse back away, and then here comes Ryan.
I just think he wanted to use it as late as possible. He knew Trawlerman was fighting back and giving his everything, and I think that was a real masterclass from Ryan because he got his position and he got a bit of cover. And another thing is he didn't challenge too early as well. I mean, if it had gone to his girth, sort of 3 down, and sat on his girth the whole way around, he might not have won.
Because you sort of push them along.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about sit on the back of the horse, they push him along. Now, Aidan O'Brien, 100 winners here. What a man, here he is.
Aidan, what a trainer, what a man. I was just saying, it's extraordinary. You spent 5 minutes there just gathering all your friends to come in and have the photo.
Yeah, listen, it's very special. Obviously, it's a very special day for ourselves, myself and Anne-Marie and everybody in Ballydile. Stephen rides him up, Dean rides him out every day. Derek and Dawn are in charge, Marin who led him up. Owen, Kieran, Rory, everybody, shoes him, John. Jack and all his team, Eamon and Shane and all his team, and Sarah. There's so many people involved in to make a horse get or help a horse to get this far. Everybody in Coolmore, and obviously the lads are incredible. Sean, there's so many people I'm going to forget to mention and thank. People on the gallop, people everywhere, Coolmore, Ballydile, and I'm so delighted for John and Sue and Michael and Dorian, Gay and Derek, and George and Emily. So it's and obviously Steve, Peter and Stephanie are in some of them as well. So it's a big team thing, as you know.
I'm getting the idea of that.
And I'm forgetting that Ryan, like, gave him an absolute class peach ride. Like, what can I say?
Can I tell you something, Aidan, though? To the man and woman, including the owners that you mentioned, though, they are all there because of one man, and that man is you. So let's talk about Aidan O'Brien. 100 Royal Ascot winners going for gold. Tell me how that sounds.
Actually, it's incredible, really. It's something that we never think about and wouldn't dream of thinking about, because for that to happen, you could not believe. Even this week, like, it's literally one race at a time, and you don't even think about what it could be or whether it could happen, because it's so competitive, so hard to win races here. Obviously, I can't tell you, we knew the second horse is a great horse, very brave, and obviously our lad is only a 4-year-old, and he joined him, and you don't know till you go past that 2 furlong mark of what's going to really happen. But we felt he was very brave. He always showed that in every race. He's relentless, he cruises. So listen, it's an honour and a privilege for me to be involved in the team, to be the small part that I am with everybody. And the reality is everyone puts in the work, and we watch it going on. And like I say, I can't tell you how grateful we are to everybody.
And obviously going forward, we now hope Scandinavia turns into a Yates and comes back years ago. It's worth remembering, of course, Yates did win the Ascot Gold Cup for you first time out, but didn't do that today for John and Thady Gosden. You've won 11, John and Gosden 5 Ascot Gold Cups. To beat what some are describing as your great rival in a close finish like that, you're competitive. Was that quite enjoyable?
I know every race is enjoyable. Listen, any race you win, like, we love it to be competitive, and we love the competitive nature of everything, and we like everybody building up around the race, because that's what everyone has to feel. It was unusual today. We listened, and I was able to hear everybody, and the crowd was very big and awful a cheer when the two of them turned in, but when he went to the front, the sound up to another ante went up, so I was very surprised about that, and I was so grateful to everyone for it. But you could feel it the minute he put his head in front, the noise got louder and louder, and that's what it's all about, because no one really knew what was going to happen, and everyone was behind him, and what can I say, it was just an incredible feeling, Matt, really.
I really want to talk to MV Magnia about his relationship with you, with all these winners, but they need the presentation now, so we'll come back to that. But Aidan, I think I said 11, 10-time Ascot Gold winner, 100 Ascot winners. What a legend you are. And just remember, all those people you mentioned, they work for one man, Aidan.
Thanks, I'm very privileged to be working with him, Matt, and that's
really let's not reel them out again. Well done, Aidan.
Yes, he's never short of naming a few people. I love that Matt asked that question about he and John Gosden. It's something we touched on earlier on in this show. That duel between them, that battle between them. It's there, and it's part of the narrative that we all love. Let's hear from John Gosden, just come off second in the Gold Cup.
John, after what was such an incredible race, what are the overriding emotions with Trawlerman?
Well, I think for him at 8 years old, to take on the new boy on the block who's 4 and in his prime, and to put up a performance like that, having been in the intensive care unit over the Easter weekend, the vets have done a brilliant job, and all of our team, to bring him to this peak, to be able to race 2.5 miles, having not run since last October. I think it's a wondrous performance, and only the last 15, 20 yards, he just given his all then. But the fact that he was beyond brave and showed such tenacity, it's quite hard to get a horse who's ill and you can't train him. Then we finally got him trained. We got 1.25 miles work on the July course in, but that's not the same as a prep race. So, if he'd had his prep race, it would have been a different story. But the fact is, he's come here, given the whole crowd the thrill of the day, to say the least. I have nothing but admiration for the horse and all of my team and the vets who basically, we thought we were going to have to retire him. But here he is, come and just got touched off in the Gold Cup.
He came back. Have you ever trained a horse with such heart and such bravery?
No, but like his father had tremendous courage. But this horse is remarkable. And Sweet William, as usual, lets them fight it out, picks up third. He's a clever old fox, he is. Yeah.
Amazing race to be part of.
Thank you.
Defy anyone. So classy. So classy there from John Gosden, only mentioning this horse, Charlemagne, how much he means to him and the yard, and what a great job they did getting this horse back to the races. But now we're on to the trophy presentation for the winner, Scandinavia. That's Ryan Moore up there with His Majesty, King Charles.
Yeah, the King and Queen, and one of his finest moments, Ryan, was on estimate when he rode that mare to such a brilliant success in this race for Her Majesty the Queen. And unbelievable the success that they've had here, Jim, Aidan O'Brien and Ryan together, and we'll see Aidan with his 100 rug up there. I mean, that is unprecedented.
Ryan has 40 yesterday, right?
Yeah. 40 together.
40 together.
So Aidan and Ryan 40 together.
Okay.
And Aidan with 40 top level races. 40 top level.
So 40 grade ones.
Yeah. 40 group ones and 100 for Aidan O'Brien. Can you put into context what an achievement that is? I can't imagine anyone doing it again.
They're not stopping, are they?
No, well, that's the point.
It's amazing. I'd be amazed. The only one who could probably beat that is Joseph. And that's he looks like he's the pretender, doesn't he? But I mean, what a record! It's just, for both jockey and trainer, it's just remarkable to even think about those sort of numbers.
I think we just about got our breath back. I wonder what the A team, Ali and Ali, thought of it all. That was utterly epic.
It certainly was, and those kind of races is why we love the sport so much. To see those horses eyeball each other and just give their all. It was quite incredible, wasn't it, Ali?
Oh, I was holding my breath. I almost had a tear in my eye. It's so special and it's prestigious, but it's more than that. To see a horse of his nature, Trawlerman, be able to do that off a setback, a 4,000 metre race is mammoth. It's a huge effort, and that battle down the straight I will never forget.
And I don't think any of us really realised how ill he's been. John Gosden said he was in intensive care over Easter. I mean, that's just not many months ago. To get him back just to be here and to run like that is quite incredible. But look, the crowd are all here behind us because they've been watching the King and the Queen present the trophy. What have you made of the whole occasion?
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better result from a crowd perspective. You could hear them roaring, but everybody was just in awe of these two horses as they made their way down the straight. But the crowd has been respectful. They've been racing fans. They've been really excited about the racing itself, and then also the prestige of the day, which is what's been most special to me. I think the crowd are respectful, but they're all so much enjoying this week.
And how will you go back and sum up the fashion today?
I would say that it is royal. I think that's the best way to sum it up.
It certainly is. Look, it's been a fantastic day, both on and off the track.
Thanks so much. Thank you to the A-team. There's the King presenting the award to MV Magna, that Gold Cup. It was a quite brilliant horse race. I loved every bit of it. I love seeing how it unfolds, because a race over that distance, which is rare on the flat, really develops through it, doesn't it?
Certainly does. And then the way we had that exciting finish with horses coming on and the ones that we wanted to see throwing down, it was great. Got a great pedigree note actually on the dam of Scandinavia. Her name was fabulous. She was unraced, but she is out of Mariah Storm, who is also the dam of Giant's Causeway. Big winner for Coolmore. So you're looking for some of that nice stamina influence. Also the dam of Freud, who is a horse that was a very good runner, a nice stallion in New York. And You're So Thrilling. So lots of great success on there.
That's why they have so much success, because the pedigree is so deep. They have the very best horses in those lines. Jim, it was a pleasure to watch it all alongside you. Just come back and ride in the race next year, Jim. As much as I want you here, we also want you back out there riding.
And in a race like that, be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was nice to see your reaction though to the ride, and I know you want to be out there, but you seem to really appreciate it.
And it was great riding by both jockeys.
Top man. Well done, Jim. Michelle, thank you. Thanks to both of our Allies. Thanks for doing it all with us again. Can't wait to do it again next year. That will go down as one of the very best Trawlerman Scandinavia battle to the wire. That was the Ascot Gold Cup 2026.